boys ready to take a break from life and hang out at a theme park? I know I am. Let's do this. And today I think we will start in Citywalk. Some of you have been asking what's been going on in Citywalk. I'll show you a few things. Let's go check it out. The first thing we need to do is check on the new donut from Voodoo Donuts. They add new donuts from time to time, and since it is pass holder appreciation days, they've added this donut here to show their love for pass holders. You know, look at the chocolate icing on top, but inside this is a strawberry lemonade donut. I've been told it's very delicious. I'm not one to eat fancy donuts though, so I'm gonna pass on it. And then the other thing to show you here at Citywalk is the construction going on. They're putting in a new store or something. Now, before the pandemic shut down and all that stuff, and before they started demolition of this area, I did speak to someone in the store who worked in here. They said they thought it was going to be a new Universal Studios store. Like they were going to move the one that's just a little bit further down the sidewalk here and put it here. But you know what? I guess this makes more sense, a little more foot traffic. But what would they do with the old one? Don't know if I believe this rumor or not, but that's just what I've been told. See, here's the current location of the store. The rumored new location will be right there, perhaps a better location. But the other rumor I've heard is that perhaps something related to Pokemon. You decide which one you want to believe. I don't have a complete list of the restaurants and things that are open here on Citywalk. Most of the restaurants are open, especially in the afternoon. Most likely the ones that are more like club-like are not open yet. Like I don't think Bob Marley's is open, and like the dance club and karaoke spots I don't believe are open yet. As I'm just looking around Citywalk, here's something I've never noticed before. Look at these boards used to build the roof here by this Jimmy Buffett's. So what we have here looks like some swordfish. Looks like we have up top we have a shark, and the ones to the sides, I don't know, could be any fish. I'm gonna say a mahi. That's my guess right now. But very clever. I've never noticed this little feature to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And when we get inside the park here, I need to let you know about a small change that Universal has made to some of its changes. That's right, things change almost daily now. Heck yeah, let's just start our day here inside of a U-Rest zone. Get a break from the mask early on. Now that I have my face mask off, I can tell you about that change to the change that Universal has already made. Now, the very last video I put out before this one, I mentioned that they were changing their park hours some. For Saturdays, a few Saturdays, they were going to increase it by an hour at the end of the day. But I pointed out a flaw. The flaw was they did not increase their park hours for the Labor Day weekend. Well, I rechecked the website and they have done that now. So Labor Day weekend, they have added on an hour at the end of those days. So now that I have Universal Management's attention, a few more things I want to tell you about management. Let's start with a updated Back to the Future ride, an updated Jaws ride. Let's just start with those two. Now that you've fixed your hours, let's move on to addressing those two new attractions. Okay guys, no promises that Universal Management will listen to me about the new attractions. But right now, speaking of new attractions, we are looking at the top hat of the unannounced new coaster going into the Jurassic Park area. They keep having a time with those birds. The previous video I did mention that they removed the bird's nest. But yesterday when I was here, birds kept coming back to that spot, even with the nest being gone. So they're having a bit of a challenge with the birds in this top hat. My solution? Let's get this baby finished and rolling so the birds stay away. Oh my goodness, is that John Hammond coming in right now on the helicopter? I think it is. Also, when I was here yesterday, and yes, I do come here without the camera just for my own enjoyment, I noticed that they were doing something with the entrance to the new coaster. Once we get around there, I'm going to show you that as well. Yesterday, I was actually hanging out with some new pass holders, and they did not realize right here by Green Eggs and Ham, this is the pass holder shortcut to get to Hogsmeade. Pass holders, we don't walk through Seuss Landing. We make this left right by Green Eggs and Ham, get there, you know, what we think is faster. even if it's not faster, it makes us feel a little bit smarter, even though we're probably not. Since we are in the Lost Continent now, we'll take a little sidetrack behind Mythos. This is another one of my favorite viewing spots for the Jurassic Park coaster going in, the Velocicoaster, if you will. You know, my G7X doesn't have the strongest zoom, so I got to get as close as possible to this thing by foot. I don't know if you guys can see very well. I'll try to zoom in as much as possible, but we have a couple guys here working near that Heartline roll, and then on the top hat, a couple guys up here, not quite at the top of the top hat, but doing some work up there, a couple guys. That's got to be a fun little job, right? Way up high like that. Very, very interesting. Oh, and I can make out with my eye. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is one of the birds up there. Don't know if you guys can make it out, but there's one of the birds was up there as the guys were up there. I don't know if you guys saw, I know some of you have, you saw the video where me and Nikki went on Popeyes and Bluto's barges with the GoPro. That top hat looks sick from that angle. I'll be inserting that as I'm talking here, but just look at how the top hat looks from like the ground very near the base of the top hat. Oh my goodness, it looks just sick. I tell you what I'll do, one day in the future when I come check on this coaster again, I'll make sure to bring my GoPro and I will hop on Popeyes and Bluto's barges and show you that angle again. It's so exciting to see with your own eyes though. But there's also something very exciting to show you at the entrance to this new coaster. We're making our way around there. I'm going to show you in just a second. I am here on a Thursday and it's before noon, and we have a 60-minute standby wait for Hagrid's since they no longer do the virtual line for this attraction. Now, I'm not saying they made that change because of my videos, but no sooner do I do a tips and tricks video where I advise you and your whole party to get passes, virtual line passes for Hagrid, then they change it to no more virtual lines. Just saying, just saying. But for real, I do know Universal watches my videos and some of the other vloggers' videos. They do watch them just to keep an eye on things, make sure we're not doing anything too crazy or saying anything too crazy. I also love this shot of the coaster from the bridge from Jurassic Park to Hogsmeade. What we're looking at right here is a wave turn. Yes, I am studying and learning my roller coaster terms. Wave turn right here on like a 540 loop. I can't help it. I can't resist it. I must say, welcome to Jurassic Park. I have to say, this construction they're doing for this, I think it's a new locker bank for the Forbidden Journey, taking some time. I am surprised. Like, they're gonna have the roller coaster done before they have this locker bank done. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is like the loading dock for the coaster. Then you take this little curve here and you head into like the first showroom, like a pre-show on the coaster where you launch out of. I think that is what this area is all about, but if you know better, let me know in the comments below. But this is the exciting piece that was just added yesterday when I was here. Part of the structure, the fencing to the entrance of this unannounced Jurassic coaster. And you see it matches up theming wise and geometry wise with the Raptor encounter. This area is going to look so cool when they're all finished with it. And from this vantage point, we can peek deeper into the area and see how pervasive this rock work is going to be. I had no idea when I imagined this coaster how much rock work we were going to bob and weave and turn around, over and under, ducking our heads. This attraction is going to be so well themed, so fun, but perhaps a little sickening. Some of these curves and dives, I don't know if I can take it. So I believe that's going to be the actual entrance, but you can see here, they're building the containment fences. So I anticipate that to go the length of kind of where the wall is here, and just had the fencing head all through this way. It's going to make this area look like we're really in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. with the fencing. I hope this guy does a good job with the fencing. You know those raptors and dinosaurs, they're pretty smart. They will test the fencing for weak points. I don't want the dinosaurs and raptors escaping to the rest of the park. Don't want them running around Toon Lagoon. Wait a second, is that an actual construction worker? Or did one of the beat builders make it over here to Islands of Adventure? Let's see if he starts singing. Well, I waited for a few minutes. He did not bust into song or start banging on the fence there with his little tools, so I'm guessing he's a legit construction worker, not a beat builder. Okay, you know the deal. If you can find me near the splash zone, I will stand over here and get wet with you. Well, no takers today. What I do is once I get here, I will put an IG picture up or a little reel. Let people know I'm here. Wait a little bit. If they find me in time, that's when I stand in the splash zone with them. But alas, no takers today. Thursday at 11:54, Kong, Skull Island. 40-minute wait. Or if you want to be precise, Skull Island, Reign of Kong, 40-minute wait. Hey, what do you know? Ripsaw Falls is back up and running. When I was here yesterday, this was drained of water. Had a little issue with the ride, but it's working today if you want to cool off. And it is a very good way to cool off on a hot summer day here in Florida. I'm not supposed to apparate outside of Hogwarts, but I am feeling a bit rebellious today. Still the best way to travel, although as I was apparating, I was thinking, I'm alumni. Shouldn't I be able to apparate wherever and whenever I want? Shouldn't I? I don't know if you guys have been able to tell. I've been out of sorts recently. My oldest daughter, Caitlin, she's moving out this weekend. Now that was something we knew about for a long time. She was going to do that. But then just a few weeks ago, we also learned our youngest daughter, Courtney, she's also moving out. And she's moving out the week after Caitlin moves out. So I've just been out of sorts, not myself. You know, I'm not too worried about being an empty nest. We're kind of prepared for it. I mean, Nikki and I would stay extremely busy with all the YouTubing and her regular job and her Etsy and everything like that. But it is going to be a bit of a shock. But one thing that will come out of this, one of the rooms, I'm going to turn into a new studio. I'm going to redesign my in-house studio. So we have that to look forward to. I don't think there's a lot going on over here at Studios today that I haven't shown you already. But I do have to mention about passes. Remember I changed my annual pass away from the Premier? Is it Premier? Yeah, the Premier one. Well, they now have a dedicated toll lane. So when you're driving in to the far left, now it's not for all pass holders, it's just for the Premier. So yeah, they're trying to add some perks into that pass again. Still not enough to tempt me to bumping up again. They may do it though. Eventually they may do it. Inside of the HHN Tribute store, they have a couple new face coverings. I'm kind of sick of face coverings. I've got so many stashed everywhere. But something cool in here, they have added the Franken-mold. Mold yourself a little Frankenstein for like $6. Something new in the store, and it's the Artist Series. They have a fleece for $52 and this baseball tee for like $30, give or take. My eyes in the dark don't work very well, but right around there. But the Jack, there were 4 different artists who made a rendering of Jack, and they sort of combined all 4 artists' renderings into one image. Now later in the week, or in a weekend, or within a week I think, they're going to add like a poster of this Artist Series, of this artwork you see right here on the t-shirts. So this is a very cool rendition of Jack the Clown, a combination of 4 different artist renderings. Very, very cool. And as of today, the 3rd room of the HHN Tribute Store is open. Let's go inside and take a look. No virtual line for the Mummy today. In fact, I don't know if there's any virtual lines whatsoever at either park today, but the standby wait for the Mummy is 40 minutes. You know what? Seeing Jaws reminds me of my oldest daughter, Caitlin, who again I mentioned is moving out this weekend. So this is a good opportunity for me to remind you to click that bell notification button. I don't know if my posting schedule of new videos is gonna get a little out of whack because I'm helping her, but the best way to make sure you don't miss a video upload is to click that bell notification button. And no Murph today. You know what? The guy does deserve a day off. He makes a lot of those ocean attacks. You gotta rest that arm up a bit, you know? I said this in the last video, and probably, I think, right around this spot, one of my favorite things to do is just to walk around the parks. It's just so relaxing and comforting to me. Even though it is kind of my job now, it is still a great way just to take a break from life. You know what I'm saying? Fast and the Furious is closed, but as a reminder, the store remains open. Standby wait for MIB Alien Attack, just 10 minutes. I just did a video, tips and tricks. Let me go try some of them right now. And just look at that score, 910K. That's right, I round up. A new personal best. Take that, laughing park hopper. I believe I have mentioned this before in other videos. Anytime you want a cup of water, find a place like this hot dog place here in the Simpsons area that like has the fountain sodas, because that has the water button. Personally, I go for the soda water. Love the bubbles. Well, congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. And if you made it this far, can I ask you to go a little further? Click that subscribe button and that bell notification button. But as far as today is concerned, I think we're done. I did have something special planned for you guys, but it's getting a little late in the day. The weather is starting to turn, and quite frankly, I slept in today. Do not tell Nikki. Oh, don't tell her that. But with all that being said, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rix Flicks, and now it's time to relax. Hello, new Flicksters, and welcome to the team. Martin Frigg joins us as a vice president, and Melvin Denton upgrades to a producer. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.